So Jesus gets into the boat, and all his disciples get in the boat with him, and they start rowing across the lake. And Jesus, as you remember from the other stories, has been up for a long time, and he's pretty tired, so he lays down and he takes a nap. And while he's sleeping, suddenly a furious storm comes up, and it's rocking the boat, and the waves are crashing over, and the wind is crazy, and the disciples are afraid, and they go to Jesus, and they say, Jesus, wake up. We're going to drown, and you're just here sleeping. What's going on? And Jesus wakes up, and he looks at his disciples, and he says, you guys don't really have very much faith, do you? And Jesus looks out at the wind and the waves, and he says, wind and waves, knock it off. What are you doing, scaring my disciples? This is ridiculous. Be calm. And the wind and the waves are suddenly calm, as if there had never been a storm at all. And Jesus' disciples are all looking at each other, and oh man, this is crazy. Like, who is this person? The wind and the waves obey him. We knew that he could heal the sick, and we knew he had good teaching, but even the elements of nature submit to his authority. This is crazy. So they arrive at their destination on the other side of the lake, and they hop out of the boat, and close to the shore of the lake, there are some tombs. And in these tombs, there are two men, and these two men are possessed by demons. And they were very violent men, so violent that all of the people of the area knew about them and knew that they should avoid that region. Now, this story tells some of the details of what happens here, and some of the other passages in the Bible share a little bit more information about this story. So definitely go check those out as well. And while you're reading these stories, ask yourself, what does this passage teach you about God? And what does this passage teach you about humanity? And is there anything in your life that needs to change because of this story? Also, as you're reading, you might think of somebody who would benefit from hearing this story. So go and share it with them and see what they think. So Jesus and his disciples have got out of the boat, and these two demon-possessed men recognize Jesus, and they rush to him, and they are afraid, and they say, Jesus, what are you doing here? Have you come to torture us before the appointed time? Please don't torture us. We know that we're not supposed to be in these men, and we don't want to be tortured. We know torture's coming, but we really would like it to not be now. So, we have this idea. How about, you see this herd of pigs nearby? What if you just cast us out of these two men, and you send us, and we can go into the herd of pigs, and then you can have your men back, and then we won't have to be tortured, and that would just be the best for everybody. So Jesus, could you do that for us? And so Jesus says, yes, go out of these men and go into those pigs. And the whole herd of pigs is possessed by these demons, and the pigs race off the cliff, and they all drown in the water. And the pig herders are there, and they see this happen, and they race back to their town, and they tell the people in the town everything that has happened with the two demon-possessed men and with the pigs, and the whole town comes out to see Jesus, and they're afraid, and they tell Jesus, we are afraid, and we don't want you to be here. Please just go away. This is too much for us. And so Jesus gets back in the boat, and he travels back across the lake again.